Last year I did a 7-day waterfall trip starting at Gamble and going all the way down the Lady Evelyn River through the South Channel and out into Lake Temagami and Sandy Inlet. I missed the North Channel though, and there are some really awesome waterfalls there and some really hard portages. It's an outstanding trip. There is spectacular scenery, there is incredible and challenging portages, and I can't wait to share this trip with you. I hope you enjoy it. Thanks for watching. Well, it is 4:45 on Wednesday, July 28th, and I am here at Mowat Landing Access. I am off on another big adventure here in Temagami. There's some people here at the access, so I'm going to get to paddling. I'm trying to get as far as I can today because tomorrow is supposed to be thunder and lightning, and I'm paddling on big water. So I will update you in a bit on where I'm off to and what my plans are. Let's get on the water. Hello! Alright, I am on the water. I was just chatting with Jillian and Ben, who just finished a trip here. They just came out of a lake that I was talking about last night with someone on social media, so we were just chit-chatting. They told me that the portage here is very interesting. They have, I guess, the lodge or the cabins or wherever here, take the people by speedboat from here to the portage. And then there's a guy at the portage who takes them across the portage, and then there's a speedboat waiting on the other side to take them into Lady Evelyn Lake. So I'm going to be seeing speedboats for a while probably, and that's okay. What am I doing? I don't know. I must be crazy. I am heading into Lady Evelyn Lake. I am right now on the Lady Evelyn River, technically at Mowat Landing. I'm going to Lady Evelyn Lake, down through Sucker Gut, and I am going to do the north channel of the Lady Evelyn River, starting at Frank's Falls and going through to all the waterfalls in there, Helen's, and then going into Katherine Lake. And then I'm going to double back and go through the waterfalls that I did last year again. Just because I missed the ones at the top, I want to do those. And then I'm going to paddle from there down through Willow Island Lake, all the way back up to Sucker Gut. I think it's like 50 kilometers of paddling on the way back and something like 37 kilometers on the way to Frank's Falls from here. So tomorrow is supposed to be thunder and lightning most of the day. So it is almost 5 o'clock. I figure I've got at least 3 hours, maybe 3.5 hours right now until it gets dark. I know yesterday was around 9 o'clock. It was just starting to get dark. So I've got my dinner with me in the boat. It's just an Asiago chicken sandwich from Wendy's. And I'm going to eat that as I paddle, and I'm just going to paddle as far as I can get today. Get to a nice campsite and get settled in, and then tomorrow just get up early and give her and get to Frank's Falls as soon as I can, and hopefully I will be able to avoid the thunder and lightning. So off I go. Water's pretty good. Just a little bit of a wind. I'm sure it'll be much worse when I get into Lady Evelyn Lake, but from the portage, I believe it's about a 300 meter. I'm going through a small channel of the Lady Evelyn River, and it's about 8 kilometers, I think, between here and there until it opens up into Lady Evelyn Lake. So got about 2 hours of paddling to get there, and hopefully I can go for another hour or so. Alright, so I'm just coming up to the portage. I see a front loader on it. I just heard some weird sounds when I looked up, and yeah, there's a guy with a front loader on it. So a little bit of a strange portage. I just thought I would film quickly here. I'm trying to get through this portage and back into the water as soon as possible. So I'm just trying to see where I'm supposed to go as far as landing the canoe. It's the same spot as the motorboat people go. I don't see any motorboats here at the moment, so that's good. Oh, like I said, interesting start to my trip. There's a front end, I think it's called a front end loader there. I'm over here, put the bag and stuff over there. There's the dam. And here's the canoe. So I'm gonna take off with the canoe, and I don't even see a portage sign. I'm assuming it's the portage, but it's always nice to see that yellow sign. Anyway, off I go. Oh, apparently the portage is this road that the guy is working on. Silly of me to think it would be something more foresty looking. Crazy girl. Oh hey, I found a sign at the end. Would be more helpful at the beginning, but okay. Alright, it is 5:30 and I have successfully made it over the portage. That was the weirdest portage I think I've ever done. It was very bizarre. But anyways, I am now on the Lady Evelyn River. I'm not sure if it all is, I'm assuming it is. Heading towards Lady Evelyn Lake. Probably in about 7-ish kilometers. I measured the 8 to the lake from the access. I've only paddled a little bit. Anyways, off we go. It is about 5:30, 5:45-ish, and the sky is a little bit dark, but it's not supposed to start raining until about midnight. So I'm gonna do my best to make a really good push and get as far as I can today, so that tomorrow in the rain and the thunder and lightning, I won't have too tough of a time to make it to Frank's Falls. Even if I can get 15 kilometers in or something like that, that'll take a good chunk off my day for tomorrow. So that's about it. It's very quiet out here now after going through all the chaos, and hopefully it stays that way. There's lots of really nice rock formations on either side of the river, and just past my first campsite, which is there, and heading down. Just keep paddling. I'm just gonna put my head down and keep paddling. Got a cute little waterfall here coming through the rocks. I heard it while I was paddling, so thought I'd come over and take a peek. All right, it's about 6:15. I'm just a little bit past halfway, I think, through the Lady Evelyn River towards Lady Evelyn Lake. If you look on the map, I'll put a screenshot of it here so you can see, but the water kind of opens in both directions, and I've just passed that, and it was crazy windy through that section. Got a headwind coming, of course, I would assume, up from Lady Evelyn Lake, right up the river. So hopefully that's not a sign of what's to come when I hit the lake. I'm hoping, you know, the water is usually calmest in the morning, early in the morning, and later at night, around sunset. So I'm hoping that by the time I reach Lady Evelyn Lake, that the winds will have died down a bit and it'll be nice and calm. Hoping. This trip is it's a really challenging trip for me for two reasons. One, I'm going back to do those crazy falls. I really wanted to see the falls in the North Channel. I heard they were absolutely stunning, and I didn't want to miss them. So I'm really excited to see those. Also, the reason it's really challenging is because of this. There's a ton of paddling. Over 90 kilometers of paddling. That's a lot for me. I get really bored paddling. That's why I don't do huge paddling trips where you're just on the water, paddling all the time. I like portages. I like the mix of it. I like overcoming the challenges of the portages. Paddling for me gets boring after a while. So that's why I split it up into 2 days, both on the way in and on the way out. Plus it's such a massive amount. I mean, you can't count on being able to do it all in one day, especially with the weather and wind, and you know, there's thunderstorms and lightning storms and stuff expected. So hopefully the weather is good to me, and so far I've had a great season with the weather, so hopefully it continues. Anyways, Yeah, this is me paddling and being bored, so I'm making videos. I'm gonna get back to it. I'm still doing it anyways while I'm talking, so just keep on paddling. I just entered East Lady Evelyn Lake, and so far the wind is pretty crazy, but if I look further out into the lake, it looks a little calmer. I think sometimes I find the mouths of lakes or openings of rivers and lakes are always really crazy windy, but once you get into them, they're okay, so hopefully that's the case. Oh, at least now I'm paddling into the sun. This is lovely. I didn't even have sun for the last hour because it was behind the trees, so it's very nice. Wow, this is a big lake. Well, it's 10 after 7, and the wind is much better out here on the main part of the lake. It is very, very wavy, but I'm not finding it super hard to paddle, so that's good. I'm going to try to paddle for another hour if I can. Got my eye on a couple of different campsites in certain spots of the lake. I don't know if it's realistic to make it to them or not, but I'm going to try. For dessert today, I brought OTG meals, ice cream Sammy. It's an ice cream sandwich, and it's freeze-dried, and you just eat it as is. There were 2 of them in the package, but when I got here, I just took one of them out. I don't have any more room in my bear vault, like not one smidge of room, and I'm not eating anything out of it today, so I couldn't fit the second Sammy in there. I mean, I probably could have squished the crap out of it, but then it would have just got all crumbly and gross. So I thought I'll take one out, save it for another time, and just bring the one. So this is what it looks like. It's kind of cool looking. It looks like an ice cream. Oh, it got all crumbled. Aw. It did look nice. Let's see if I can piece. Oh, crap. God. The 2 of them were together. Ooh. Sideways waves makes you seasick. Oh. There's part of it. I'm gonna try it. Oh my gosh. It tastes just like ice cream sandwich. Except it's not cold. Oh, this is really good. I'm impressed. Snack on this while I paddle, and I'm going that way. I gotta turn my boat around. I'm starting to get blown by the wind, so I'm just gonna pick at this. But another awesome OTG thing to get. Yum. I can't put it down. Alright, there we go. Well, it's 20 after 8, and the sun is slowly starting to go down. Probably got just a little bit under an hour of daylight left, and I was really, really aiming to get to a certain campsite area, but I don't think I'm going to make it. It's about 4 kilometers still. I might make it, but if somebody's on the campsite, then I'm in trouble. There's one that's a bit closer to me, but I have to go towards the northern side of the lake. Well, it's 8:41, and I'm just about at this little island where I believe there's a campsite. From what I can tell, it looks empty. Just getting up to it now. Haven't seen a sign yet. I'm wondering if they made it face the cottages. Not that it matters right now. I just need a place to pitch my tent and sleep. And as long as there's no cottage on this island, I'm going to camp on it anyways. Because I don't have any other choices at this time. Just looking for the sign. I haven't seen it yet, but I see a fire pit. There's the sign. Yes! Woohoo! Alright, I just need to dock the boat over there and set up. Just looking for a place to land. It's a really small island. Just gonna go around the other side today. Oh, I made it. 8:45. So crazy. Okay, I gotta get to work. Nice little landing here. There's even some kindling here. Maybe I'll have a little fire. Probably not, but we'll see. It's gonna get dark probably in about half an hour-ish, so I gotta move it. All right, so quickly, here's the campsite in a nutshell. I found a nice place to pull the canoe up here. I've already got it tied up. I've got to kind of get moving here. I can't waste time. So nice spot for the tent here. Here's the fire pit. There's some wood here and a beautiful view of the cottages there. I suppose I could always sit on this way. Yeah. People have left garbage here, which is just lovely. There's a nice little table. And over here, there's a little trail. So I was hoping there's a privy. And guess what? There's two. There's a luggable loo, which is a pail with a toilet seat on it. Scary. And over here, there's a nice little toilet with a padded seat on it. It'll do. Okay, so I am going to get moving. I've got to set up my tent and everything, and oh, I'm so grateful that there is a campsite here. I cannot even tell you how grateful I am. I have seen many times on my trips in Temagami where there are campsites on the map and they don't actually exist in real life. Well, it is 9:30 and I very easily, just with my lighter, got a fire going. Just gonna burn a couple of pieces of the wood here because there's so much, and I'm very grateful to the person that left it. It's obviously not wood from here. It looks like something that they brought in, but I'm good with whatever. It's 9:30. I've got the tent set up. Thermarest is blown up. Sleeping bag is all ready, and I'm just doing my feet, taking off my water socks, and I'm just letting my pants. I find they dry the best when they're on me. Just the bottoms got wet, so I just unrolled them, and there's some nice rocks here, so I don't actually have to like put shoes on immediately. And of course the bugs are so far non-existent, but like that's going to be what's going to happen. This trip I'm probably not going to have any bugs because I brought the bug shelter and I'm going to lug it around everywhere and not need it, but that's okay. It's too late to change that decision, and such is life. I got my tent set up all right there, and just brought my paddle up. I always bring my paddle up. Flip the canoe over, and got a nice little fire going. I like literally have 4 pieces of wood on it, and I threw like a handful of pine cones and pine needles and some bark, and put the lighter to it, and up it went. So easy fires are great. So I'm just going to sit here for a bit and enjoy that, and just finished putting everything away, so I'm good to go. Well, now that the boats have died down, the loons are calling, and they sound wonderful, and I feel almost like I'm in the forest. Well, good morning. It is 5:45 on Thursday, July 29th. It's raining. It stopped raining about 2 o'clock in the morning, and it didn't rain all night, or all morning, I guess. I didn't sleep very much. I went to bed at like 11, and I got up at 5, and I was up a few times in between there. It has been raining all morning. I woke up at 5. I was like I don't want to get out of bed. I'm so tired. And I said, you know what? You got to go. I've got a lot of paddling to do, 20 kilometers of paddling to do on big water today. And it's supposed to be raining, thunder and lightning possible around 5-ish now, and windy. So I was like, you got to get up. It's not windy. It's calm. It's not even raining. Like, let's go. So I got up, made some oatmeal, started slowly packing, and about 5 minutes ago it just started raining again. So really sucks because the tent was almost dry. Now I have to pack in the rain, which is always shitty. Just doing my thermarest, and then I'm pretty much ready to go out and pack up my tent and get everything in the boat. Alright, it is 20 after 6 and I am all packed up to go. I carry around these garbage bags in my backpack all the time. Today I decided to utilize them. I'm supposed to be doing 20 kilometers of paddling. I'm assuming it's going to take me anywhere between 4 and 7 hours depending on the wind. And so I took anything out of my pack and my food bag that I needed for the day and put it in a bag that's going to stay under my seat. Phone charger, toilet paper, lunch, granola bar, candies, all that kind of stuff. And everything else is now packed up in each bag, and they have garbage bags around them just because the hourly forecast was showing like 2 millimeters of rain in some of the hours, which is a lot of water coming down, and I don't want the pack, especially the big one, to be soaking wet because it probably won't dry by tomorrow, and then I've got to go through the waterfalls with this heavy sopping wet pack. So hopefully that will help me. It's still kind of calm. The wind is just slowly starting to pick up now, and it's just starting to rain a little bit harder. The rain kind of ceased enough for me to pack everything up and keep it dry, which is great. So I'm procrastinating now. I got to get on my way. Off we go. Alright, it is 6:30 and I am on the water. Just had to do a few last minute things before I left. And it feels really good out here. It's just raining a little bit. It is a tiny bit windy, but the water is way calmer than it was when I came in yesterday. The last little stretch there, when I was racing to the island, probably the last half an hour was pretty decent, but it's even calmer than that, so that's really good. If I can get through here quickly before the winds pick up, it will shorten my paddling day hugely. Paddling on Mere, I can paddle 5 kilometers an hour. Yesterday I was paddling about 3, if that. So it's a big difference when you're paddling a lot of kilometers, you know, and it makes it, I mean, 20 kilometers at 5 an hour is 4 hours. 20 kilometers at 3 an hour is like almost 7. So it's a big difference. And there is thunder and lightning in the forecast later today. Originally it was for 2 p.m., now it's 5. So I've got to get somewhere before that happens, and I cannot be way out in the middle of big water like this if that happens, because I will be a target. So I'm just going to, like yesterday, put my head down and just paddle. Alright, it is 6:30. I'm making my way through Lady Evelyn Lake. I'll be on it for a while until I get to Sucker Gut, and I'm just going to be, once I get through the Narrows up ahead, I can't remember what they're called. It's on the map and it's dark, so I can't really see it. Once I get through the Narrows, then I'm just going to stick to the shore until I get to Sucker Gut, and then hopefully it should be good. It's beautiful right now. It's just raining a tiny bit. It is a little bit windy, but the water is pretty calm considering the size of the lake, and it's the calmest that I've paddled since yesterday when I got here. Oh, it's 7 o'clock in the morning, and I'm really happy with the conditions right now. Haven't seen a speedboat, haven't seen a soul, and just making my way towards the Obashinkoba. It's probably not saying it even close to right. Narrows. I should be there shortly, maybe 10 minutes or so, and then I'll make my way through that narrow channel up through the top of the main part of Lady Evelyn Lake and then into Sucker Gut. So hopefully the conditions continue. Yesterday I paddled approximately 13 kilometers. And I have about 37 in total from the access to Frank's Falls. So I actually have 24 kilometers to paddle today, not 20. 20 sounds much better in my head. 24 is like an extra hour. So I guess technically my best time possible is probably 5 hours, and worst could be 8. So I'm glad I left at 6:30. And just hoping to make it to camp before the crack, crack, boom, boom starts. And today I'm using a combination of a few different navigational tools. One is the compass, one is my printed map, hand railing, which is looking at the map and then looking at the landscape and kind of matching it up to like, oh, there's an island to the right, okay, there's an island to the right on the map kind of thing, and also GPS. I am very happy to be in the, gonna try it again, Obashing Wakoba Narrows. Cute little islands in front of me here. And I am very close to where that campsite was that I was hoping to get to, and I believe I see a tarp or a tent possibly where I think the campsite is. The water is so calm and still in here, I almost have a mirror. And there definitely is a tarp on that campsite, so I definitely made the right call yesterday by going to that other site. I would have paddled so hard, gotten here at dark, and someone was here. There is another campsite not too far from here, but that would have really brought me into paddling in the dark. So I'm really happy I made that decision, and I'm elated that campsite was actually there. It's 7:15. I'm just now hearing my first speedboat. I haven't seen it. This little island in front of me, it's like a little village. There's a cell tower. I can't pick up a signal from it, I've tried. Lots of little cabins, it must be a lodge or something. And I am heading that way. Water is calm as can be. I couldn't ask for better conditions right now. I am so happy. I'm just paddling as hard as I can and taking advantage of this. Oh, that sound I heard wasn't a boat at all. It's a generator, I think, at the little lodge or whatever it is here. I don't see any people. If there's anybody there. Alright, here I am on my way through there. I saw a big heron on the shoreline just before I got up to that little I don't know, cabin area or lodge area where all the stuff was on the island, all the buildings were on the island. I've just completed my first 5 kilometers since I left the island, my campsite. It is 7:23, so that's actually a little bit less than an hour that it took me to do the 5K. So that makes me very happy. And that means I have 19K left, and I just hope the conditions stay as they are because it's helping me so much. I feel so lucky. Yesterday when I looked at the hourly before I went to sleep, I just pick random times every couple of hours and screenshot the wind gusts and that as well. And today is supposed to be 21-kilometer winds with 35-kilometer gusts and thunder and lightning later today. So this is why I woke up at 5 and got up and got ready and got out, because I wanted to paddle on this, not what I paddled on yesterday, or worse. All right, so if you see that little tiny opening in front of me, I'll put the bow right there. I believe that is the Obisaga Narrows. And that is going to take me into the other part, I guess. It's called Lady Evelyn Lake. And the one that I've been on all this time is East Lady Evelyn Lake. So this would be the main part. You know, you never know with the forecasts here. For this trip, I pulled up Bear Island on the Weather Network, which is closer to Lake Temagami, but it was the closest area that I could find to where I was going. So it could be 21-kilometer winds right now there. I don't know, and that's the thing. Temagami is such a big place, and it's so hard to get accurate weather. I basically just get up, I look out on the water, I see if it's decent, and if it is, I get in the boat and I go. You can't look at the forecast and go, oh, it's going to be 21-kilometer wind gusts, I'm on a big lake, I'm not going anywhere. You have to just kind of use your common sense and your skills and your judgment and figure out what you're going to do as you go. I'm just going by one of the campsites here. I'll take the camera off so you can see. So that's the first campsite in the Obisaga Narrows. And then there's another one further down the way, somewhere up there. So, oh my gosh, these conditions are just unbelievable. I'm so grateful. I'm just passing another campsite, but the one that's on my map is further down. I don't know if this is that one, but it looks pretty nice and it's here, so just in case you're needing a spot to stop. Well, it just rained for a few minutes. Not crazy hard, but a little bit, and got myself all prepared here, and then it stopped again. Almost like, I don't want to say the sun's trying to come out because that's way far from it, but the sky is lightening up a little bit on the right side, but on the left side it's rain clouds for sure. I'm just passing this little island to my left here, and it's not a designated campsite, but it looks like there's a fire pit, and maybe people have used it as a campsite, so could be another good emergency spot if you need it. I believe right there is the 10K mark. As I mentioned, I'm just at the very north end of Lady Evelyn Lake. This is the massiveness that goes down the lake, and nothing I want to paddle. It is good. It is good today, though. The water is getting a bit more wavy, but it's still pretty decent, and I think still better than anything I paddled in yesterday. All right, it is 8:25, and I am now at the 10-kilometer mark. So I've paddled 10 kilometers since I left my campsite at 6:30, which is awesome. I have 14 kilometers left, so I'm just a little under halfway to my destination, and it's 8:30 in the morning, so that's pretty awesome. I am a lucky girl. I've got beautiful flat water again in front of me, and after the next kilometer or so, the channel is just going to get more and more narrow, which will also help me out. So I'm really, really happy. I don't know if you can see it, but just behind me there and over to this side, clouds are breaking up, and it is getting lighter, and it just seems to be this little section above me. I don't know what I've done to be so fortunate, but I'm truly grateful. Water is still calm as can be, almost near, and it's awesome. Just awesome. Thanks so much for watching. If you like what you saw, please click the subscribe button. Also click the bell for notifications. If you'd like to get more information on the stuff I use on my trips, please check out my website at CamperChristina.com. Thanks. Bye.